Hello, hello, hello. Thank you guys very much for stopping by the YouTube channel. It's your boy Nick, HOUTX Trader, coming from Houston, Texas. Today, guys, we're going to look at US 30. We're going to look at NAS. We're going to look at gold. And I've marked up all the Forex pairs that I deal with, which are basically just the majors US pairs. And we're going to take a look at those. Hey, also, guys, later on this week, I'm going to be giving away a free $10,000 challenge for my flash funding. Absolutely free. If you join in our live trading probably on Wednesday. I haven't decided yet. More than likely, it's going to be Wednesday. We will give away a free challenge. So make sure to like and subscribe this video. And to win that challenge and to win it, you must have subscribed to my YouTube channel and gave me a comment. Okay, guys? And also, this is just for training. This is not financial advice. If you need financial advice, please go see a financial planner. Let's get into these charts, guys. Very first thing we're going to do, though, is let's look at this. We're going to look at the news real quick. Okay. So what we see here is no major U.S. news on Monday. We had just Europe and pound. On Tuesday, the yen news. And really on Wednesday, guys, is the big news for the United States, which is the core inflation, CPI, and Fed minutes. So really, we're going to be maybe not a whole lot of volume until Tuesday. Excuse me, Wednesday. Look for a turnaround on Wednesday, probably a continuation on Monday, Tuesday, turnaround on Wednesday. Also, guys, here is my dot card you'll see in the description below and the comments. This is the YouTube you're on now, my Twitter, my Instagram, my flash funding. This is the referral link. You go to here, you sign up for their challenges, which is what I'm giving away later on this week. And then Pip Connect is a paid Discord. BASC is a free Discord if you own a Bored Ape Solana Club NFT. And then Market Bandits is a Nick G's. This is his Discord is absolutely free, and Badass Talk is Stefano's. Telly, that is free as well. So there's two good references. I was just going to show you guys real quick the My Flash Funding Discord. This is what it looks like. You can go through here. This is actually in the trading. As you can see, guys, I went through and posted all my markups before the market opened on a Sunday. And then Lisa here, Lisa Wilson, timed in with her EU outlook, and actually it's a very similar to what I look like on my EU. So you can see, guys, we're in here, we're chatting up about our trade. So let's get into the market first, guys. Let's start with the big boys. Let's start with the dirtiest of 30. All right, guys, I'm in a dirty 30 long right now. Okay, so as you guys know, my strategy is we're on the 4 hour chart now, but you can do this on a smaller chart. My strategy is this, and it's pretty simple, guys. We have a bull, we have a direction, we have a bias. Okay, we wait for this to pull back and to get into a trade. Now, I see that there is some liquidity setting up here. I see there's some liquidity setting up here in this order block, and this is the real order block. This is the liquidity that I want to get into, and that's the swing marker. Okay, guys. So for my trade is push up. All right, we had a one part of the Elliott wave, two part of the Elliott wave, three part of the Elliott wave complete. Now we should find a reversal. I also like to Fibo this second leg of the Elliott wave, and we're right in between the take profit. So these people would have taken profit. I know that my boy Stefano is a trend-based Fibonacci guy. Um, so really, I don't really like this. I'm not gonna lie, but 61.8 is right there where it tapped. And let's just see what the trend base looks like if you do it this way. Again, I'm not a fan of this, but um, it's right there. It almost hit one. Now, the reason why I say I'm not a fan of it, because in this situation, this shows as a full candle, but really, guys, on my broker, this was an opening gap. So I don't really consider, I should maybe consider this, but I don't really like to consider that a true top because for me, that is just all pure manipulation. The actual top was right in here. So when I say Elliott wave, what I was thinking was, and you guys, if you're on my live chat, my live call last week, we took this sell right here, right? We took that sell for the second leg. So for me, the Elliott wave is really like this. All right. That was the Elliott wave. One, two, three bottoms. Okay. But anyways, the point I'm trying to make is that Elliott wave is complete and is now in a turnaround spot. So what do? We fib from bottom to top of the situation. Also, I like to look at the fibs and just make sure that like the key areas are matching up. Like this 50, this 38.2 is not perfect, but it's close. This is close, right? This 7.8 88.6 has got respected, and this 88.6 in the past has got respected. So that's telling me that that Fibbo is in the right place. All right. So what's the strategy? Wait for liquidity to get taken out. This liquidity took out this, and this is the order block that led to this big push off. So that's the order block we want to see get retested. We'd like to see this order block right there, this little consolidation of candles get retested, but we do not want to see this swing down here get broken. Okay, we do not want to see the swing low get broken. So the way we play this out is just like that. We Fibbo from the bottom to the top. We make sure that our levels are correct, and there's been some sort of movement around our fib levels that gives us confidence that our fib is in the right spot. Okay. And then we enter the 786 to 886 zone, anywhere in between there. And we like to see the RSI oversold. So on the 1 hour, and probably even on the 2 hour, you see how this is divergent. This is oversold right here. The price keeps getting lower, but the RSI does not keep getting lower. It's actually less than this RSI down here. So that is divergent. Let me delete this. So that is that's another one of our confirmations to sell. We're in the order block, we're in the fib, the Elliott wave is complete, we're oversold on the RSI. And when we come down into smaller time frames, you can see that we are also divergent again, there and there and there. So we pulled that entry right there. So let's go back to the 1 hour, and I'll show you where the stop loss is, right? So for me, it's always 10% of the fib. So if you drag this fib, you see the stop loss down here in the red is getting smaller. And as you get the fib bigger, the stop loss gets bigger. So for me, I have it as 10%. I made a great video. Check out this video right here if you want to learn about the fibs. All right. I made the video. So if you come into the fibs, it's 1.1 right there. Okay. That's where my stop loss is all the time without fail. No doubt about it. Okay. So now we look at where our target is on the top side. Well, I mean, this is a good double top. Okay. So maybe we take our TP1 just a hair short of that in case it wants to find that and reject it. But if you ask me, that's TP1 right there. Okay, we really should target these extensions, right? Because if we come back out, let's say to the daily, I mean, just look at how bullish we are. I mean, there's nothing stopping us, right? And if we look, these lows did not break the swing. So this is still a bull until these lows right here break, or if it doesn't break, it sets a new higher high, an all-time high, then we'll have to redo this whole thing all over again. But really, this is the swing area. This is the lows here, and it did not break. Therefore, we're still bulls. Okay. We're still in a buying bias. All right. So that's our entry right there. That's how I caught that trade. And currently I am up, I don't know, 400 pips, 403 pips. Okay. That's that trade. Let's look at the NASDAQ. It's very, very similar to the NASDAQ. Let's reset this chart. And okay, guys, so here it is. This Elliott wave doesn't look quite as clean, but I think if we change time frames, perhaps it'll clean up a little bit. So we had a down, up, down, up. That's your third, right? And this is the fourth. Okay, so it gave us one more wave than expected, which is all good. But then again, I like to measure these waves. So if you measure this wave down to there, all right, where's the TP 236, and it's starting to reject that 236. That's just like one more extra confluence for me. All right. But really what we're targeting is liquidity and where to buy. So before we start buying up, we see that there's an order block here, and we see this long wick right here. Okay. This then, where this liquidity is the swing marker. So we want to buy off of that. So we Fibonacci this from top to bottom. Actually, if I think of where my zone is probably off of this fib right there. But nonetheless, we fibbed it. Even if I moved it from there to there, now you can see where my buy zone is. All right, fib that from there to there. There's my buy zone. There's the 88.6 that it held and it pushed off. So again, if we're buying in the 88.6 on NAS and US 30. Our stop loss is right there. Our TP1 is going to be this liquidity zone right there. So we're in a 3-to-1 trade. Look, the RSI on the 4 hour is starting to be oversold. On the 1 hour, it's definitely oversold. All right. So we have all of our confluences there. These liquidity blocks have been taken out. All right, we're in a bullish formation, so we want to continue to buy. We are in a Fibonacci zone. We are oversold in the RSI. And I made this extra little tiny buy zone because I saw this little kissing candle in this area. So I was trying to be extra precise with my entry, but I ended up just waiting because it was so bullish. And then when I saw the consolidation, I jumped in. You see it pushed off and then it retested. I did not protect and then it took off. So I think hopefully I'm good for now. And as of right now, let's see, right now we're in 230 pips. Okay. So we're in two good trades. Goldie, it's just off to the moon. We can't do anything. If you're not in buys, I mean, well, obviously we should look for buys, right? But where are we going to buy at? So maybe if it gets down and oh, you know what, that looks good. Let's do that. If it gets down and double touches the 78.6, gold loves the 78.6, guys. If it touches this 78.6, it fills in this wick, then that's a buy opportunity right there. All right, and we'll target the TP extension on that. Matter of fact, on this one, we'll definitely target the TP extension for full profit and then leave a good runner on that one because the gold's just so crazy bullish right now. So that'll be our entry for their gold's 2280, and we'll let it run 2240-ish, 25-ish for the TP on that one. Let's do a quick look at our Forex pairs. All right, let's go over here to my green list. Okay, so real quick, DXY. So I'm kind of conflicted on what DXY is going to do, the dollar's going to do, because we're right in the middle, right? We are literally 50% in the middle of what's going to do. So if we look at the daily, we did see that this is the doji small, and then we got engulfed. Okay, the last 2 days engulfed, which is letting us know there's some sell pressure, especially because we had this double top area right here, right? And it's rejecting and selling off. But look at the doji. Look at that doji and look at that damn near doji falling star. So I think the market is just confused. I'm not sure if it wants to buy up or push down. So I don't know. I can't really use this for confluences on my trade setup, besides for the fact if we come back out, let's say the weekly, let's just reset this, that we're strong with the inflation, right? We've come down, we've reset, and look at this high. This high right here has broken these highs. So it is, for me, that structure, and it broke structure to the upside. So overall, I think we're bullish on the dollar, but it still could come back down and retest the 61.8 or retest this low here and before it pushes. So we keep that in mind. Okay. Let's go down to the daily on the EU. And for EU, let's actually come down a little bit smaller. I am waiting for a retest. So again, here's the order block that led to this gigantic push off. So I'm not really sure if the entry is going to be right here to retest the top of that order block, or if it's going to come all the way down. So I would rather wait and be patient for this to come all the way down to the 786, 886 area before I buy up. Now I understand that it could come right here to the 61.8 fib, and that could be the entry. And if that's the injury and I miss it, oh well, it is what it is. Perhaps I take a smaller position here at the 61.8, and I take a larger position if it continues, if I go and draw down, and then I take a better position at the 78.6 or 88.6. So I realize that, and we'll be waiting for that. GJ, okay, so the same thing, guys. Let's go to the 4 hour. So if we see GJ, we're in a bullish trend. Obviously, if we come back out, let's say the weekly, look, guys, we're bullish, right? We want to buy. So come down to the 4 hour. What happens here? We have an order block here, right? We have a top. So this is the new top. So we know we're still bullish. This is liquidity sitting down below us. Okay. The market is going to need to take out this liquidity before it takes higher highs. So what do we want to do? We want to wait for this market to come down, smash this liquidity, retest this order block, find our Fibonacci level, and then push off. All right. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna get in down here, and then I'll start stacking confirmations for when I actually pull the trigger. There, of course, my stop loss is always 10%. There you go. That's GJ. We're looking for buys once it breaks this consolidation. GU. So again, if we're looking for buys on GJ, perhaps we should be looking for buys on GU. And again, if the dollar pushes up, that would make GU go down. But again, the G is on the other side of it, right? So we kind of have to play this. Let's go to the 8 hours so I can show you better. Okay. So on GU, I don't like the way these are lining up. Let's go to the daily. Just it looks cleaner on the daily. All right. So we have liquidity above and below. This liquidity here up top actually got taken out by this wick. Okay. So if you look at Wyckoff, what does Wyckoff tell us? Disbursement, consolidation, spring, which is taking out, come down. Perhaps it'll retest this one more time, break down below, retest, and go for the disbursement, right? So this is consolidation. Excuse me. This is disbursement, or fuck, I can't remember what it's called, but uh it goes up, it consolidates, it sells off, right? Why am I being brain dead when it comes to disbursement, consolidation, and I can't remember the other word. Anyways, so we've been looking at this for a little while now. What we could do then is fib. We could fib this move from here to here and see if we can't retest this area right there at 78.6 and then sell it. Okay. So that's, or we could be a little more conservative, and I said did not touch, but is the fib really right here? Fib's really right there, but I kind of like it. I've been drawing these charts back and forth, so I kind of let me delete this because it did touch. Let's work on that fib and let's see if we can't get an entry around this area. That liquidity right there has been taken out, so we can actually change that to like an X. Okay, so that has been taken out. We have this bottom liquidity. So let's see if we can't find an entry right around there, holding this as the swing marker. And we'll try to take that trade right there and see if we can't catch this down to the bottom. Because again, if we look, GU's been selling, is retraced a little bit. So what do we see here? We see this gigantic order block and liquidity right there. So let's see if we can catch a little pullback in this zone and then catch this. This will be our TP1 is in this area. And then we'll look for extensions and maybe even come down to the 61.8 for our final TP, because then we also have these areas here that's like fair value gaps, right? You've got one right there sitting, and yeah, let's see if we can't target that. So that's our GU, our UCAD. UCAD's an A or B situation. I see these Elliott waves being completed, right? So I see this liquidity here, but I also see this trend line on the bottom, which is liquidity. So this could just break this trend line and sell off. I hope it doesn't do that because then we'll miss the trade. But if it does do that, we'll buy from down here. If this continues to push up and takes out this top liquidity, that's even better for us because then we'll sell up here. Okay. So let's wait for this liquidity to get taken out. And we will either sell right here because look at this. This is liquidity right here. It's clear. These are big wicks and this is big wicks. Okay. So we have some areas in this area, like we have some sellers still sitting here. So let's take this liquidity out. Let's find a fib level and let's sell it, break this trend line and come all the way back down to our order block and we'll buy back up. Okay. If it doesn't do that and it breaks the trend line now, I guess you could technically take a trend line break trade. I don't really like the angle of this trend line and the gap between where price is and the trend line. Like I wouldn't take that personally. If it breaks this trend line, then I'm just going to wait for it to come down here and consolidate right there before I buy it up. Okay. I'm not a trend line break trader. So really sell here, or if it breaks, come wait and for it to buy down there. All right. You chef. Okay. So I'm as soon as the market opens, I'm selling you chef. We have a 3 Elliott wave up. It's completed. We also Fibonacci the second leg, which I love doing. Guess what? The 61.8 TP is sitting right there. I mean, it's perfect. And then if we do the trend based, the trend based is sitting right there at the 1 as well. And it's rejected the 1. It closed. Okay. So we've got different Fibonacci extensions being complete. We have the retest of this order block. We have the Fibonacci, which is in our sell zone. Again, Elliott wave is complete. And look, we are overbought on the RSI. That's on the daily, guys. That's on the daily. So I'm buying it. I'm not really concerned about the internal wave. 1, 2, 3 complete, perhaps turnaround. Again, so if we want to go to the smaller time frames, there's the support area right there that's completed the Elliott wave. So it could be pushing back up. But again, I don't think it's going to break off. I mean, if it does push up, If it does push up, it's going to push up to like in this area, find that order block, double top it, and then crash down. Right. So I'm willing to just say, I don't care. I'll get in when market opens. And again, my stop loss is really, I'm trading this on the daily, guys. So this is more for me like a swing trade. It's a big stop loss. Yeah, I get it. And if you're not used to taking that big of a stop loss, then it is what it is. I don't know what to tell you. But the strategy is a strategy, and the strategy says 10%. And you can reduce that strategy once we get into profit. But I mean, that's the trade. And it's a 3 to 1 to 3 to 1. So just manage your risk appropriately, and that's what I'm looking for. Again, once this thing starts going into profit, you can reduce this, right? So I guess technically you could put your stop loss right there because you're above this high. But for me, I want to make sure that I give it some room. I'll just put it there for now, and I'll reduce it later on if I need. So I'm selling you, Chef, when market opens. The Swissy Franc, and then okay, look, guys, on UJ, I do not like trading triple tops. We're on a daily. Look at this. Now I fully realize this could sell right now. I mean, you're at a strong resistance area. I get it. I just I don't feel good about it. So I'm just gonna sit on my hands. I think this is gonna break. I think this is gonna break up and take out whatever liquidity is here before it sells off. And so I'm just gonna wait. I don't want to enter here. I don't really know where I put my stop loss at. And I guess you could come down to the 1 hour and try to snipe an entry. And if that's the case, you could probably do it now, honestly, because if you fib this move right there, if you fib that move, let's delete this other one so we're not getting confused. I mean, it's right there, the 78.6. That's rejected, and that's the order block. I mean, look at that order block sitting right there. So yeah, it's not overbought on the RSI. But I mean, there is a potential. I guess we could sell it. Maybe we'll wait for the 88.6, and then because we're having a small stop loss. And if you do sell that right now, honestly, that's a swing trade. Because I mean, if you look at every time that it's rejected, I mean, look at last time it rejected. Look at this time it rejected. So we could probably just do a trend line, in this area, trend line like that, and then you're gonna catch. Let me reset this. Right? If you catch that, and you're looking to come down here. I mean, you're looking at a 15 to 1. So yeah, I guess we should sell UJ on market open too. I mean, it's a risky trade because of the tops, but on the other hand, look at the ridiculous risk reward on that. Okay, I think that's it for all the pairs that I do. That is it for my pairs. Hey guys, um if you like anything that I said, if you like the way I break stuff down, if you have any questions, please comment. If you see anything you like at all, please subscribe. Please help me grow this channel. I don't sell anything. I don't have a paid Discord. I don't have paid signals. I do none of that stuff. It's all pro bono. I am giving away my Flash Funding 10K challenge later on this week. So thank you very much for my Flash Funding for supporting us and helping our users out and helping me grow this channel. So please smash that like. Please subscribe. Smash that subscribe button. I will see you guys live trading tomorrow morning on Monday. Out of here.